Hello everybody and welcome back to some more of our FM19 Journeyman, where we are still in charge of FF Yarrow, coming into the start of our third full season, or hopefully our third full season. Our fourth season as a part of the club. We obviously joined halfway through on our first season, but, well, changes have been made. Not that many actually, so we're going to do all of this in one video because I think we can. So, we're going to start with the transfers, but before we go into the ins and outs, let's go through the players who were released on a free. Darude has gone. He just didn't want to be a part of us anymore. I tried to re-sign him just on like a backup basis. He wanted nothing to do with it. He wanted game time, so he's gone. Jonathan Olsen's gone. And Massey. So that's our two Torslander central midfielders. Also, both of our nicknamed players have gone, which is quite sad. Yeah, they've both gone. They just really weren't good enough anymore, if we're being honest. And, you know, the wages needed to be freed up. And Mammoth Sain's gone. He was only bought in on a temporary basis anyway, so we moved him on once we got through that last season. We just really needed players, and yeah, we bought him in. He served his purpose. He's gone. Everyone else who's gone then, Alexander Allback. He went to ACO Ulu. They just wanted him. He wanted game time, and if we want a player of that style, Vikonen's just better. Elias Ade just was not good enough at this level, and the same goes for Damaso Awalike, who's a couple further down. And then Marcus Kettler. All of our Torslander players are gone. I'm a bit sad about that. I'm not going to lie to you. A little bit sad that all of our Torslander players have gone. But they all did very well. Like, they all served their purpose. They all did quite well. Also, like, everyone we've sold's gone to ACL Ulu. What's going on there? They've basically got our squad that got us promoted. So they should do alright. But that's the outs. Let's take a quick look at the ins then. And we'll start with the first player who we brought in. Ville Malainen, who is a left winger. He's a backup to Seedorf. Not that great now, but he's got a lot of potential to develop, and ignore the star rating. Stats-wise, he looks pretty good. His only main issue is that he's a little bit on the slow side, but he can get up to speed very quickly, or fairly quickly at least. 12's pretty decent. And if you think about it for like a winger, he doesn't need to cover massive distances. He doesn't need the pace. He needs to be able to get up to speed quickly to burst past a centre-half or a fullback. So I think with the acceleration, he should be fine. And like I said, he's only a backup anyway. We picked him up for, was it like 26k or something? It wasn't very much at all. So, it'll show you here, right? Yeah, 28k. It wasn't much at all. We picked him up from Oulu. And, well, yeah, it's basically just doing them a favour for buying all our players off of us. So, yeah. He looks like he should be decent, though. Oskari Jakonen. Very, very good right winger. He's kind of in a flex state of being a starter and a backup. He's set as a rotation, which, you know, works out for that quite well. He's played a fair bit in pre-season. He's done quite well for himself. And, well, yeah, as you can see here, he's a very, very well-rounded player. He's very, very good. And he doesn't really have any real weaknesses. And he's just, you know, if Atakai is out of form, we can play Jakonen. If Jakonen's out of form, we can play Atakai. Excellent options to come off of the bench for each other. You don't feel like you're losing any quality at all. Two excellent right wingers we've got now, and that's massive. So, Gabriel Peterson, basically just a free backup to Thomas Eriksson should we need him. Young player, only 20 years old. And, well, he just looks good. He's just got very good mentals, especially where it matters. That teamwork, vision, work rate, decisions, all of those areas. And there's some pretty good technicals littered throughout there too. He can take a good corner. He's got a good cross on him and a good pass. And then just some solid physicals. He looks like he should be a very, very good player. And you may remember last season, we had some major issues with Thomas Eriksson's fitness. So I wanted to bring in another player who can just sort of fill in there. Not necessarily for an entire game, not necessarily as a starter, but, you know, if we need to take Eriksson off for the last sort of 20 minutes of a game, we can bring someone on without losing too much. The only thing we would be losing is obviously Thomas Eriksson's free kicks, which is a massive, massive asset for our team. But I still think this is better than not having anyone, and he's a good option to have on the bench. Next on the list then, Eunice Muse. He cost us 8k, and he is a backup defensive midfielder. You'll see who our starting defensive midfielder is shortly, but he just looks really good. Like, physically, he's excellent, especially where it matters. The strength is a little bit low, but it's not the biggest deal. The jumping reach, acceleration, pace all matter far more. The positioning's very good. The teamwork's passable, barely. The vision's good, so he can distribute the ball. Good work rate, which is what you need from a defensive midfielder. And then he's got good passing and tackling and decent marking thrown in there too, which is, again, it's what matters from a defensive midfielder. He's got a little bit of room to develop as well, but he's very much a backup, and, well, he looks like he should be able to play that role very, very well. Next is Sharp Rasanen. He is a right back. Now, he's a backup to Herman, but again, similar to what we had at right wing, we now have two very good right backs. This does mean that Hagland is not a part of the first team. He's gone to the B team, to the team 2. So he's there if we need to call on him. But Rusanen just looks really, really good. He looks just significantly better. The only real weakness of him is his crossing. Like I said, he's starting off as a backup to Herman, but if we need to bring him in, it's not a loss of quality at all, and he should be very capable of playing should we require him. Vile Ayanen, very expensive centre-half, only 19 years old, looks very good already. Basically, I wanted a centre-half who could head the ball. He's not starting right now. We're still starting with Lindahl and Nurmos, actually, but look at him. He looks great. He's 19 years old. And with him and Lindahl, it's a good future for the club. I'm not sure how long we'll be here, but I still want to set the club up to be successful. And I think this is a really good way of doing that. And then you'll see as well, his mentals for his age are outstanding. Leadership at 14, 12 positioning, teamwork, work rate, concentration, bravery. Those mentals at 19 years old, like that many sort of above the 12 mark, is just outstanding. Yeah, and he's the 3 technicals that matter. Marking's a little bit low, but very good tackling and good heading as well. He should be fine. He should be a good option if we need him. And like I said, he's not starting for now, but if we need to call on him, we should be able to. And then Anton Matanaro, you're not going to see him. He's basically been brought in as a player, sort of like I did with a couple of players last season. Bring him in on a free, let him develop, and then move him on for a bit of profit. Because he does look like he can develop into a decent player. He's got some good stats already. You won't see him at all. I don't know why I'm still talking about him. So, that is all the transfers. Let's take a look at how this lines up the team. So, this is what we've been going with so far. I'm just checking that all of this is actually what we've been playing, and it looks like it is. Now, the one player on here who you won't recognise is this guy, Ronco. He was somebody, I'll show you here on his history. I bought him in last year for a free transfer. Loaned him out to a Swedish First Division side, IK Brage, and, well, now we've got him back. And from his loan, and look at him. Look at the star rating for a start. He's a 4-star player, which puts him up there with players like Seedorf, better than Chenkum. He's up there with Nurmos, who... That's weird because Nurmos hasn't been that good, but just look at his stats. He's 21 and he's outstanding. Like, he's just really, really good. He's an anchor man. He can also play as a defensive midfielder, and he just sets up our team really nicely. He's exactly the sort of player we were looking for. I'm excited by him. I really am. He's been quite good in pre-season too, and yeah, I'm expecting him to have a huge impact on the way the team plays. And other than that, a lot of these players in the starting 11, actually all of them, you will recognise because we haven't actually made that many changes. One position I do want to address is left back because it was something I was trying to look for. I was trying to look for at least a better option. You might remember I had issues with Koskinen, who is out on loan this season trying to develop a little bit. Basically, Sundman's just fine. Like, he's not very good on the star ratings, but in terms of average ratings, he was our best defender last year, so I'm kind of cool with just keeping Sundman out there. I have taken off the long throws. That is one thing I've done. They cost us a lot last season. We just gave away possession from throw-ins too much. Yes, it turns your throw-ins into set pieces, but we don't really have anyone to take advantage of that. We weren't overly deadly from corners last year, nor were we deadly from our long throws. So it just mainly resulted in us getting caught out and conceding goals because of it. So I've got rid of them, which makes sense, really. But, yeah, other than that, the starting 11 is pretty much all the same. There's a few of the new players littered throughout the subs. You see Rasanen, Ojanen. Hiltunen's still here. He just doesn't really fit in the team, which is a shame because he's a fantastic player. I love Hiltunen on the pitch, but he just doesn't fit into what we've got going on at the minute. Jakonen, Malainen, Ulmanen and Harkonen's still here. Harkonen's like hanging on by a thread. He's been shocking. I've tried to play him in pre-season a little bit. He's still been bad. So he's kind of like just hanging on. Now, in our, you may notice a few players have gone from here if I just hide myself and, well, press, it takes us back to that screen because that's what page down does. A few of the players from last year are missing. Also, Magnussen's been brought in here just as a backup left back in case we need it. But I'm hoping Sundman can be the predominant feature. But Magnussen's actually came on a decent bit. He's obviously got his weaknesses, especially his technicals. But he should be a serviceable player should we need him. So, yeah, a couple of the players, Malmefelt, Lindqvist, Hagland, all knocking around here. Daniel Persson still here. Juhani Pananen as well, the goalkeeper. We just don't need him. But in case we do need him, he's hanging around the backup team, the reserves. So, one more thing to go over is the schedule. And, well, it's been quite a successful pre-season. Now, I didn't manage the friendlies. I let my assistant manager do it. So this 6-0, this 3-1, this other 6-0. Not me. I did the cup games, though. And, well, we've done quite well in the cup. It's fair to say we actually are top of the group again. We've done that 2 years in a row now. And, well, there's some pretty decent teams in here. HJK obviously won the league last season. Cups are a good team. Maraham finished above us. MP newly promoted. Honker again finished above us. So it's all teams in our league, and we've done better than all of them. It's a good sign. It's a very, very good sign. And, well, yeah, I'm not going to go into as much depth on the preseason as we did last time because we did it last time when we were rubbish, when we were really good in the preseason. So try not to put as much stock into it. But we've had a good time out there, and you can only take that in a positive way. It may not mean much because it's only preseason, but having a good one can't be a bad thing. So, well, I'm just wanting to get into some games here. So let's go into the first 2 games of the season. Before we go into this game, one thing I really do want to stress is how much better the dynamics between our players have gotten. You may remember last season there were a lot of these orange and red lines linking our players. This season it's a lot more green, which is it's a positive sign. It's a good place to start. Whether it'll stay that way, different story. But let's get into this game against SJK. Now, obviously these are a wonderful team. They are very, very good. Finished second last season, if I'm not mistaken. So it'll certainly be a difficult introduction to the league, but I'm hoping it can be a successful one. They've got a 4-3-3 going here with the defensive midfielder and the 2 central midfielders. Hopefully we can put in a good performance, really. That's more than the result. I want to see a good positive performance from us. Let's say go out there and impress me to reflect that. Sundman and Malolo really enjoyed that, so good sign. At least we've had a positive team talk. We've got a throw in here. Herman's going to take it. Atakai on the right-hand side. Flicks it across. Seedorf strikes. And we go 1-0 up very early on. The 2 wingers combining just like they did last season. Right, I just want to let you know that pre-season took days. I'm not joking. Literal days. Like, I've just finished it, and it's taken me about 3 hours of today as well. It's gone on for ages, but they've got an attack of their own here. They try to flick the ball across. Irons just about gets on the end of it. They put in a cross. Sunman heads clear, but it only falls as far as them. And, well, they're looking to come back in here. As they step up, they put in a ball across. Irons is on it, strikes, hits the bar off of the line and in. We took a lead. We've dropped it back. It's not terrible. At least we've scored, right? Like, at least this only puts it all level. So, well, it looks like we might have a good competitive game here for our first time out. That's a dangerous thing to say. What did the net just do? The net just Stretch Armstronged off the screen. What? We've got a goal kick. Yeah, if I sound tired, it's because of the 16 years of pre-season I've had to play. But, well, we're looking to build something here. As Thomas Eriksson's on the ball, passes it out wide to Atakai, assisted the first goal. He's coming forward. He slides one in. Seedorf over the bar. Nearly another combination of those 2 players, but wasn't quite to be. But we're still looking good. We're still creating chances. Let's keep that up. Half time then, and it's 1-1. It's been since that last chance we had, it's been really quiet. Nothing's happened for sort of the last 15-20 minutes. But I'm gonna say we deserve to win this. A couple of players look motivated, but really not enough. Just Lindahl and Sundman. It's not great. And the thing that's annoying me even more is the player who assisted their goal, their left back, or their right back, sorry, someone I was looking at signing, and I didn't. And, well, that's not been pleasant to me now, has it? They've got a throw in here, and they're going to look to build forward from it. And, well, Malolo can't win the ball off of them. They strike. It goes miles wide. And that was a nothing highlight. We've got a free kick here. Sundman's on the ball. I was just considering making changes. But let's see how this plays out first. Malolo, Ronco working it nicely between them. We've not seen much of Ronco yet. So hopefully we can get some of him involved in this. But, well, maybe not, because he's an anchor man. But Seedorf's on the ball. He's running towards their goal. He strikes. It's a good save. If that had hit a corner, I think that would have been cleanly in. But it was pretty much straight at the keeper. And he dealt with it well. But we've got a corner. Thomas Eriksson tries to find the box. Can't. Atakai is now on the ball. Back to Thomas Eriksson. Can we find anything? Malolo's on it. Gives it to Ronco. Back to Malolo. We're building it well. We're patient with the ball. Back to Linda. Oh, that was disappointing. I was expecting something to come of that, and it just didn't. But, well, with just 20 minutes remaining, I think a change does need to be made. Do you take off your best player on the pitch just for a decent substitution? Probably not, right? I'm going to take off Chenkum there for Ulmanen. I'm all over the place today. I just can't speak. Sorry. It's not a great start to the season from me. Never mind the team. But, well, yeah, we're going to bring on Ulmanen up top, and there's massive temptations here to bring on Yukonen. I'm going to do it. It just feels like the right call. It's weird because Atakai's had a wonderful game. But I'm going to do it. I'm going to bring on Yukonen and hope that he can have a good impact in these last 20 minutes. 5 minutes to go then. Seedorf's just picked up a yellow card. And I'm just going to bring on Moilanen. See if he can create anything. Obviously, he's not the best in terms of star rating. But as I've said, He's actually quite a good player in terms of his stats. So we've got a corner here. Thomas Eriksson's going to take. He puts it towards the back post. Ulmarnen can't get on the end of it. They're in possession of the ball, looking to build forward. They play it out to this right-hand side, and they've got a lot of space. We're closing them down well. We block the cross. Can we get to it? No. Sunderland gets wiped out. They're on the ball. They're going to strike. Blocked. Oh, it's disallowed. It's offside. Billy Irons was offside. The goal does not stand. Let's see this again. Yep, he's off. He's clearly off. All three of their attackers were off, actually. That was... Oh, don't do that to me. That was heartbreaking. No. Fanti takes the corner with 20 seconds... That's worse. Can it be offside again, please? You know when I said don't do that to me? Do that to me, please. 20 seconds remaining in the game, and they score a corner, and the bloke who I nearly signed, Fanti, puts it in. And breathe. And well, with just 14 seconds left to go, you can't imagine we're going to get anything from this game. Eriksson plays forward, Jokonen's on it, and that is full time. That's twice in 2 seasons we've led the first game and thrown it away. I'm going to say I'm far from pleased. They all look motivated, fired up, or a lot of them do anyway, not all by any stretch of the imagination. That's harsh. That is really harsh. To pick up the defeat with like seconds remaining is just... It just hurts. But let's go back out there. Let's look towards the second game. Let's look towards this game against Honka, and let's pick up a win in that one. So, here we are. Game 2 against Honka. The first game, it was an unfortunate defeat, but, well, we've got every chance of bouncing back in this second one. Now, we're going out there with essentially the same team. I've rested the players. Their fitness is back up. The only thing I am going to do is I'm going to make a slight change to the bench. I'm going to bring off Harkonnen, and I'm going to bring on Peterson, just in case we need that attacking midfielder sub. And we're going to submit the team. We're going to get stuck into it. I still can't quite get over the fact that, you know, we conceded with 20 seconds remaining, but, well, you've got to play for the entire time, and if you do concede in it, you can't just write it off, can you? So, let's say I expect to win tonight. No reaction there. It makes us slight favourites. We've prepared well, but, yeah, sure. That'll do. That says what I want to say. Let's get out there. Let's score some goals, and let's win a game of football. We've got a corner here. Thomas Eriksson's going to take it. He's going to put it towards the back post. Ronco goes for goal, but he heads it just wide. I would have loved to see him pick one up there, but another free kick here, deep in our own half. Herman lumps it forward. Seedorf, though, can't get on the end of it, and now they're in possession, looking to attack. And, well, hopefully we can stop this. We can cut this out, but they're going to take a strike. It goes just over the bar. It's from a long way out. And, well, it didn't really look too threatening. If we're forcing them to shoot from there, it's a good sign, or it would be if they didn't score from miles out of our box every time. They've got a throw in here, and, well, again, they're looking to attack. They're putting a cross towards the back post. They head. It goes just wide. It hits the woodwork on the way. And, well, they're getting a bit testy here. They're doing a bit too much for my liking. As they've got another highlight. Can we win one back? Can we have one of our own, please? As they look to come forward, they strike. Katunen with a wonderful save. Puts it out for a corner. And, well, I'd love to see something of ours here rather than constant streams of theirs. As Nurmos heads out, they've got the ball on the edge of the box. And we managed to shut out the highlight, thankfully. We've got a corner. Thomas Eriksson's on it. Puts it in again. Lindahl's on it. Strikes from a long way out. Seedorf, no, can't get anything from it. Eriksson puts it in. Chenkum can't get there. So many shots and just none of them even hit the keeper. It's so frustrating, but they're looking to come forward and the highlight's not fading out yet, which means it's not over. As they're on the ball, looking to try and build something. We're doing a decent job of shutting them out, though, and of just keeping them, well, making it hard for them, but they've put in a cross. Katunen with a wonderful double save. I resigned myself to the conceding the goal there as we've got a free kick. Thomas Eriksson bangs it and it's in the back of the net. From defence to attack, everything about that was beautiful. The free kick was lovely. It's Thomas Eriksson. You know it's going to be. Look at it. It could not have been closer to like hitting the post. It was perfectly placed. But that double save from Katunen was sublime. As there's another highlight in their favour. Let's keep this one out too. Omar puts it into the box. We try to keep it clear. Atakai picks up the ball. Potentially a counter-attack for us as we look to come forward with it. Atakai tries to play forward, but it deflects off their player. And now they're back in possession of the ball. Not a great ball there from Atakai. He sort of put us in a bit of bother here, but Herman's holding their player up well. And, well, we're doing a good job on the defence, keeping the pressure on tight, but they managed to get a cross in. The header on the near post is, well, it's just too close to Katunen to do much about, really. Too close range for him to react. and it ties the game up at 1-1 just before half-time. It was a decently worked goal, and I don't think we defended too badly. We maybe gave Silva a bit too much space out on this wing, but losing our man in the box here is really what cost us, and it's disappointing. Again, we've conceded after going 1-0 up. There's another highlight here before half-time, and so far they're in possession of the ball. They put one forward, though, and it looks like it's going to fall to us. Herman, Nermos, and we are back in possession. Maybe a chance for us to counter-attack. Just before the edge of half-time, picking up a goal here would be lovely. Ronco's on it. We're looking to try and build. They're keeping the pressure on well, though. But Atakai has managed to find some space out on the right, and he's charging towards the defence. Plays in Seedorf. Their defender actually got a touch on that. Seedorf took the shot well anyway, but, well, their keeper managed to pull off the save. We've got a corner. Can we maybe put it in? We put it towards the back post, but it goes over the heads of everyone. Not a good corner at all there from Eriksson. And we go into half-time at 1-1. And, well, we've played a good game. It's just our finishing seems a little bit off is probably the main issue. We've been unlucky. Have we? Yeah, we have. We've been... Oh, that wasn't good. Show and Seedorf liked it, but nobody else. Much reaction at all. Yeah, I don't think we really have been unlucky. I should have thought about that one a bit more, but... Chenkum, not having a good game. It's a couple of bad games this season. I hope he can, find his form soon. But we're going to bring on Ulmanen, who is our striker on the bench for this game, and see what he can do. 70 minutes in, and I'm going to make a change, and it's going to be Yakonen for Atakayi. We've seen Atakayi make an error or two this game, so I'm going to bring him on. Or I'm going to bring him off, sorry, and I'm going to bring Yakonen on and see if he can do anything with these last 20 minutes. But it's been a really dry second half so far, just nothing happening at all, as we do have a goal kick here. Katunen builds out to Lindahl. Obviously, we like to take our goal kick short, so that's going well. We've actually followed the instructions, which is nice. Lindahl taking a very long time on that ball to just play it short to Malolo. Malolo doing the same, just to play it short to Ronco. Brilliant. There's patience, and then there's this. But Seedorf's on the ball. Back to Eriksson. Tries to play forward. Ulmanen. They missed the header. Ulmanen's through. He strikes. We got lucky, but... we made our own luck there. We played a ball over the top. Their defender just missed it. And Ulmanen, as a poacher, poached. You can't really ask for much more, to be honest. It was... you've got to ride your luck when you get it, right? Their player completely missed the header, and we pounced on it. Their keeper, by the way, abysmally slow to come out to that ball. And, well, like I said, we took full advantage, and that's all you can really do. As well, that sees us rise up to 7th. I want to pause, and I just want to move us to a positive system. I want us to retain the ball as much as possible, but that's the only change I think we're going to make. We're playing quite well. I don't want to upset the apple cart here. As well, there's 3 minutes of added time left, and not counting my chickens after last... Hold on. Robson's on it. They've got a highlight here. They're looking to build it down this left-hand side. If we concede in added time, again, I'm going to be upset. As they play it over the top, Herman gets there, gives it back to Katunen, who clears. That was panic stations, I'm not going to lie. And, well, they're back on the ball here. Hooker's on it, tries to clear. Back, it falls to Musa. They're on this left-hand side. Silva's on the ball, puts it into the box. Sundman heads just about clear. Korhonen's on it. We block again. Malolo plays forward. Ulmanen's on it. Surely this is it. Surely this is enough. As they play one forward, it goes out of play. And we pick up a 2-1 win against Honka. We picked up a win. It didn't take us a million games. I think it was 6 games last time before we picked up a win. And that was against newly promoted Kiani. So... To have one within the first couple of games against an established side is a good result. A very nice victory, well done. It's all you can really ask for. Yes, we rode our luck, but, you can say in our first game we got unlucky, so it balances out. HJK, by the way, they did really poorly in the Cup, and now, they're down here with us in the league. Obviously only with a couple of games in, but that's weird. It just is a little bit odd, but it's not a bad way at all to start the season. We've got a win under our belts. We had a good game against SJK, a very good side. And, well, SJK battered Ilves, so we didn't get battered. We're doing all right, I'm mildly optimistic so far. But I don't want to get carried away with anything. We've still got a lot of season left to go. We just need to finish in the Finnish Premier League. Doesn't matter just anywhere, as long as we don't get automatically relegated, I guess. But the one thing I do want to check... before we end this video, is the season preview. See where we're expected to finish. 11th, just above MP. So, we're expected to have another difficult season. I think, obviously, the standout one there is Mariehamn, who are expected to finish 4th after a shocking season last time, where they finished 10th. So, yeah, but we've just beat Honka, who are expected to finish 6th. We've, had a really close game against SJK, expected to finish 2nd. We're doing alright so far. I'm pretty impressed with what we've got going. We just need to try and string together a few more chances and make them count, be a little bit more clinical. But that will come as we get back into game time. Hopefully. Hopefully. So, let's wrap this up here. It's been a long enough video as it is. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope you're looking forward to another season of FF Yarrow action. And, well, tomorrow's video will be up at 5:30. It will contain the next 2 games. Or you can subscribe to get that into your feed, whichever you prefer. Join the Discord. Join the Discord. It's a nice place to be. Join the Discord. Follow me on Twitter. I tweet out all the games, and any support you can show me on there is very much appreciated. It goes wonders in terms of helping me grow the channel. Thank you very much again, and yeah, have a wonderful night. I'll catch you all tomorrow. Goodbye.